one of the realities of as the technology changes, that the same example was given of the shift from steam to electricity, where on the incremental business case, it didn't really make sense to switch from steam to electric. But the problem was there comes an inflection point. Something happens, an external event, and it shifts the landscape such that only electricity-based manufacturing became viable, and all the steam ones just went out of business, and it happened almost overnight. And so you go from a place where in your spreadsheet model, it didn't really make sense. You couldn't justify the project on the, say, the short time frame, but actually, if you didn't do it, you were going to go out of business, but that never appeared in the models.
Yeah, and I think one of the things we've also seen, and whether that's applying, digital to greenfield or brownfield, is where you draw the boundary on your project has a huge influence on whether it's going to fly or not. Because at the end of the day, one of the big problems with things like machine learning and analytics and applying that to maintenance of equipment on an offshore platform is, at the end of the day, you have to spend some money to get to the point where it's useful. But the big question is okay, if you implement machine learning and analytics on the suite of equipment that you've got offshore, how many less technicians do you need? And that's not an easy question to answer. It's actually easier on a brownfield than on a greenfield. But if you're on a greenfield and you say you implement all this stuff, are you willing to have the number of maintenance technicians you have up front or not? And that's very difficult to do. And it's actually that's the trade-off. So for an operations manager or an asset manager, he's going to be thinking, okay, if we're going to pay for this data collection, the instrumentation, all of the things that we need to move to this new digitally enabled world, how many less people am I actually going to have at the site? And that's very difficult to answer.